Before we begin, please imagine the bell notification is on and you're subscribed to Huna Stories. 8 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Snow hammered my windshield as I turned into my parents' driveway. Their tree blazed through the front window. My kids bounced in the back seat. Laya, 7, held the glitter card she'd made for Grandma like it was treasure. Evan, 5, squeezed his stuffed fox and whispered, "Santa comes here too, right?" Inside, cinnamon and pine hit us. My mother's hug was quick. My father nodded over his drink. My sister CARA lounged on the couch with a wine glass, and her daughter June was already at the tree, tearing into presents like it was a competition. A tablet flashed in June's hands, then headphones. Wrapping paper flew. She didn't look up. Laya skipped to the tree and tugged my mother's sleeve. "Grandma," she asked, bright and polite, "where are ours?" My mother's eyes slid past me to the adults watching. "Your children aren't important enough for gifts this year," she said, flat as a slammed door. Evan's face crumpled. Laya went still, her card bending in her fist, tears rising without sound. Kara's mouth curved. "Seriously," she added, "why waste money on kids without a dad?" Evan's sob broke loose, loud and helpless. Laya's tears finally fell, quiet and steady. No one moved. The carols kept insisting the world was merry. I knelt and gathered them, feeling their bodies shake against me. I swallowed whatever would have made me beg. Then I stood, walked into the hallway by the coat closet, and pulled out my phone. My favorites list opened to one name I'd saved for emergencies. Ria, trust office. My thumb hovered over call. The room behind me waited for my reaction. I pressed down. Ria picked up on the first ring. "Sadie, I'm here." I walked back into the living room so everyone could hear. Evan's sobs had shrunk to hiccups in my shoulder. Laya held my wrist like an anchor. CARA watched me with a grin that said I'd cave. My mother stood stiff, ready to blame me for the mess. I raised the phone and spoke the 4 words I'd practiced all week. "Cancel every transfer now." The fire crackled too loudly in the sudden quiet. Ria didn't hesitate. "All outgoing distributions?" "Yes." Marlene and Gordon and Kara's. I kept my eyes on my mother. Effective immediately. My father froze with his drink halfway up. "What transfers?" he rasped, but his face betrayed him. I opened my banking app and held it up. Rows of payments marched down the screen. Roof patches, the furnace, taxes, clinic bills, June's tuition, month after month, all from the trust my late husband set up for Laya and Evan with me as trustee. My mother's mouth worked soundlessly. "We thought it was help." "It was," I said. "Mine." CARA sprang up. "You can't do this. June's school. Tell them what you told my kids," I said, voice flat, "that some children matter more." Ria's voice threaded through the stairs. "I'll send written confirmation within 48 hours. "Do it," I said, and ended the call. My mother reached for my sleeve. I stepped back and slipped Laya's crumpled card into my coat pocket. "Shoes on," I told my kids. "We're leaving." We walked into the storm, the porch light shrinking behind us, and for the first time all night, I could breathe again. We drove home, wipers fighting the whiteout. Evan fell asleep first, cheek mashed to his fox, hiccups fading into breath. Laya stayed awake, quiet as a held match, staring at the glitter stuck to her fingers. In our kitchen, I peeled off wet coats, made cocoa, and sat at the table with my laptop open. Ria's email confirmation was there. Transfers stopped, letters queued. I didn't savor it. I just kept moving, because I'd learned grief has an aftertaste, and tonight, my kids needed sweetness. At 12:17 a.m., I logged into the bank portal and found the reverse mortgage renewal I'd signed years ago to keep my parents in that house. One click, decline to renew. A warning flashed, balance due, foreclosure timeline begins. I clicked proceed. My hand didn't shake until afterward. Christmas morning, my phone lit up like a siren. My mother sobbing, my father raging, CARA bargaining for June. I silenced it, turned the screen face down, and pulled out the stockings I'd hidden behind the laundry basket.
Evan squealed at the Lego set. Laya laughed when a snow globe spilled glitter the way her card had. "Are we still loved?" she asked, voice small. I knelt and tucked her hair behind her ear. "More than anything," I said, and meant it so hard it hurt. By New Year's, the pleading turned to accusations. By March, a thin envelope arrived. Apologies written in shaky ink. Promises, requests to just see them once. I read it on the porch while my kids built a lopsided snowman, and I felt nothing that required an answer. That night, we hung Laya's card on our own tree, right in the center, and the house finally smelled like peace.